Good morning, everyone, and a very warm welcome to the Outpatient Network Last Man Standing. This is the event where Game Show meets Pool Tournament. It's an awful lot of fun if you've not seen it before. There is a lot going on this weekend. We've got 34 players in action this weekend, 34 matches, and a lot of fun and games along the way. If you haven't seen it, we'll talk you through it. We'll explain everything you need to know to enjoy this weekend. But one man that does know how to get through weekends like this is a man over here, Josh Kane. Let's get a few words with last year's champion, Josh. What was it last year that allowed you to not play?
Just pure luck, basically.
Do you think you're going to have the same luck this time?
I doubt it. I think I'm definitely one of the players that's going to be getting called out early. If I was one of the other players, I'd be calling myself out, yeah.
How do you feel if 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃 threw a curveball right now and said that last year's champion has to start in the first match?
It is what it is, just got to get on with it and hopefully win.
I hope the random draw comes out that way because it'll look quite good. There you go. So the Josh Kane's last year's champion, he won the event only playing one match. He didn't play until the final. That's what can happen throughout the weekend. 34 players here this weekend. Let's say hello to all our players. How are you feeling, players? Very, very muted. Come on, everyone. Let's give it a little bit more than that. How are you all feeling? There you go. The reason why it's a little bit sheepish from the players is because they've all turned up to play pool and none of them want to play pool, certainly not till tomorrow. It is the tournament where you pick out your next opponent and you are trying to stay in the event for as long as you possibly can. Here is everything you need to know about the event.
The Ultimate Pool Last Man Standing is back. Following the fun and games of the last two competitions, the Last Man Standing returns with even more twists and turns as we keep some of the best 8-ball players in the world on their toes by combining quality play with a game show style format for a weekend full of action-packed fun and games. Here's how it works. 34 players enter the tournament with 2 players drawn out at random to start the competition. They play their match to its conclusion with the loser exiting the tournament. This continues until all the players have been eliminated, bar one, the last man standing, who'll pocket the grand prize. Not all players are equal, however, and our top 5 ranked players in the tournament are all designated hitmen. All our hitmen have a cash bounty on their head, which is available to be won if they should be beaten. If 2 hitmen draw each other, the winner has the option to add their opponent's bounty to their own, or assign another player in the draw hitman status. If a hitman wins the competition, they'll take the prize money and steal the bounty on their head too. Now a word of warning, not only are the 5 hitmen some of the best players in the world, they are resilient, and they don't give away their prize easily. Should they be beaten, the victor will spin the wheel for their prize. They can pocket the instant win.
That's 500 boys, mate. Thank you very much.
Have bounty status put on themselves, or the hitman can survive with an extra life. When a match has been played and the loser eliminated, the victor has a choice. They can either have their opponent randomly drawn.
No, I'll go random draw.
Random draw.
Or they can call a player out to play.
Change my mind.
Can you change your mind?
Yeah.
This is your show, mate. What do you want to do?
I'll pick 𝗏𝗃𝗃 then, because he's got a lot to say. He's got a lot to say.
If a player wins 2 in a row, their options narrow. They must either let the random draw decide their next opponent, or they can call out a hitman.
Call hitman out. Come on down, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, Shane Thompson.
Shane Thompson.
Should any player win their 3rd match in a row, they have achieved immunity from being selected or drawn until another player wins 3 in a row and takes the position in the hot seat from
Let's hear
them.
for Carl Sutton, folks. He goes 3 in a row.
This event always delivers so many brilliant moments, and we're expecting more of the same this time around.
It's about time we had a game, I think, so I'll call Josh out.
This is the last man standing.
Are you all ready for this first draw? There's a few people hoping it's not them. Let's fire up the machine and find out our first player. Here we go. Hiten Patel is the first man out. Come on up, Hiten. Come on up. How are you feeling about being the first player out in this year's Last Man Standing?
I could have called that was going to happen, to be honest. I had a good feeling. Yeah.
I think there's 34 players that think that it was going to be them as well.
Yeah, don't matter. First out. First in, first out, possibly. I'm not bothered anyway.
I personally think being the first one out is an advantage. You win your first 3 games, you might not have to play again until tomorrow.
Right, yeah, we never know. Yeah, we'll see anyway, yeah.
Well, best of luck in your match. Let's find out who you are playing. Let's fire up the machine again and find out who Hiten Patel will play in our first match. Oh, Shaun Storry is the next man up. So it'll be Shaun Storry taking on Hiten Patel in our first match. Shaun, come on up. Shaun, how are you feeling about first match up?
Yeah, good. I feel good. Like, we're here to play at the end of the day, aren't we? Like you said in the introduction, everyone's here to play but doesn't want to play. But actually, I was thinking you probably do want to play, so it's a good thing.
It's the sort of event where coming out first will feel like a disadvantage, but can you kind of spin the positive and say chance to get going, chance to win your 3 and get into the hot seat?
Maybe. I mean, if anyone remembers the last time I played Hiten, he had the 2 most outrageous flukes I've ever seen back to back. So hopefully he doesn't do that again. But yeah, no, there's no plan. Just see what happens.
Well, best of luck in the first match. So there you go, everybody. Our first match is set.
Here we go, guys, then. First game, first to 4, obviously. 20-minute match, 15-second shot clock until the last 5 minutes. Shaun Storry to break here.
Black was flying there.
Yeah, of course, we've got the golden breaks and golden ducks in.
Has anyone ever lost in this format without having a shot? Other than two dry breaks or a dry break in and off?
Oh, you mean kind of like with golden breaks?
Yeah, like 4, they've had 3 dishes and a golden break or something against them, or even 4 dishes against them. Has that happened yet?
No, I think the closest we probably got was back in the Pairs Cup, obviously with Jimmy Croxton and Liam White when they did the mixed pairs, when there were the 2 golden breaks and a golden duck.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Because with the standard of pool on the show, I would be surprised if at some point this weekend that didn't happen, where somebody basically just had a dry break, 2 dry breaks or something, and lost the match 4-0. Well, this is a good opportunity straight away for Shaun to win the first frame once he moves the yellow out the way. Oh, he's in off. It was a good opportunity.
That's the thing, though, Cole, when you play that with loads of top, you jar the red back out and the black, but it's always going to run forward, that cue ball.
Yeah.
It's never coming back.
I'm surprised he played it with top.
Yeah, I am as well.
I think I'd screw softly into yellow, push yellow to the rail.
You can even punch it in, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Well, this is an absolute golden opportunity for Hiten. Probably wasn't expecting it either.
No.
And it feels even more massive in this event, doesn't it? Obviously, because it's only first to 4. Actually, you know, just the difference of just winning the lag actually becomes more monumental.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't see Hiten going wrong from here.
Do you think the event's going to be a little bit different as well? Obviously, with the new cloth coming in, obviously, over the last couple of weeks, obviously the players that have settled on it and played a little bit more. Obviously, I don't think we've seen as much of Hiten in the main arena recently as we obviously did start of kind of end of last year.
Yeah.
Do you think that plays a little bit of an impact in this?
Well, I know the people who've got the cloth and are playing on it, and I will not be. If I get the chance to call somebody out, I will not be calling anybody out that I know has been playing on the cloth. That's for sure. So, yeah, I think that does definitely make the difference, because I know like Kyle Cope, John Chambers, they've been playing on the cloth flat out. So I'll probably be avoiding calling
anybody
those
from
out.
Derbyshire?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, it's good to see I had a game on the cloth last night. It's really good. Really good.
How does it play differently, Cole? Obviously, just for people that have never seen it before.
So it plays as grippy as what the Superfine did. It's as I think it's actually more grippy than the Superfine, but then it's as fast as like a match cloth, Hainsworth match cloth. It's as fast as one of those, but it's also got the reactiveness and the grippiness of a Strachan Superfine. So I think it's, yeah, from what I saw last night, it's the best cloth I've played on. Really, really good.
I was playing on it last night with Chris Tate. We were playing a bit of Scottish doubles against Mr. Webb and his partner Nigel Smith, who actually runs the venue here. And I have to say, that cloth's brilliant. Love it. It's better than the old cloth, I'll tell you that now. Because I feel that you've got more control and feel playing on that cloth than you had with the other one. The cube we used to run away from, didn't it, Carl? I've seen you come out of the arena and let all other pros scratch your head thinking, how does that ball travel all the way down there?
Yeah.
But I think you've got more control now.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, as we just watch Hiten break off, obviously, in the second frame, obviously, nicely took at the first.
Yeah, he had a nice opportunity there, so he'll just be open to make a ball, which he has. And
that
open
looks
for another
nice.
one. Oh, yellow's come across and gone on the red. Oh, they're a little bit scrappy, aren't they?
Do you not like them?
I think there's work on both, but I'm happy I've made a ball of them at the table is the way I'm looking at it. I think there's
a decent starter, I think, Cole. So
the yellows, I think
fancy
he's
them.
obviously going yellows. I think he's got to play the gap between the two reds for the one in the. Oh, he's played it first shot, and it's a great shot. Yeah, he's on it. Oh, he might not be. Body language tells me he's not, actually.
Oh, no.
Camera angles are so deceiving, aren't they?
Yeah.
I don't know.
surprised he played
you know
for
what,
it
when I was up
first.
there, Cole, I'd have liked to pick off those yellows at the top because that yellow in the middle
Was the perfect connecting ball.
Yeah.
And then I think the one over the middle he could use as his second to last ball, and he could use the yellow he's tried to land on between the reds. He could have used that for his last ball to stun over for the black.
Yeah, I
so
agree.
yeah, I'm surprised he played for it first. But you know, everyone has their own routes. I know that you look at how Tom Cousins plays. He always tries to get on that awkward straight away.
Now it's tricky because he's obviously just taken away which would have been the connecting yellow to it into that top corner. But the main thing for Hiten, he's still at the table.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes though you can feel at you can be at the table and feeling like you're actually less in control than when you're not at it.
He's having another go now.
Yeah.
Does it go in the middle?
No, I don't know what he played. I'm not sure what he played.
I think he tried to land on the red.
Yeah.
Obviously low percentage shot to try and control the ball to land on that one.
Can he hit the top side of the yellow and try and screw it through the gap of the reds and get behind the yellows? I think that's what he's playing. Spin it with a little bit left hand side and try to get behind the yellow over the bag. Oh, he hit the red.
That's exactly what he tried to do,
That's
Cole.
what he played, yeah.
You called it, but he didn't achieve it.
It might not be too bad if the reds are actually covering each other up the top end. But yeah, it's gone a little bit wrong there for Hiten, and Shaun's probably got an opportunity he may not have expected.
No. Yeah, he's not left Shaun a lot though. Still not a bad outcome.
Yeah, Tony, as we just look at this frame, it looks like it's going to go a little bit scrappy. Seems to be a lot of areas in the table where there's not easy pots, but shots to nothing.
Thing is, that black still goes in that bottom right-hand corner. It'll go off the cushion into them reds. It might even go clean. I think for me, I'm trying to double now into the middle. If you can make this, get that cue ball over to the top right-hand side, the table, you can finish.
What's he got? Treble?
Yeah, he's gone for that treble as well. He's been a bit unlucky there because where he's kicked into the yellows, he doesn't have the plant. I don't know if he can make it still.
Yeah, Hiten's digging here. Doesn't really have much of a choice at this point. Oh, that's a lovely shot. Has he been rewarded? Yeah, the body language tells me that you might have stuck to this red, which is extremely unfortunate. And off the cushion pot for the yellow in the middle.
It's a great attempt, but unfortunately for Hiten. The cue ball has gone in, and Shaun Storry will come to the table with ball in hand. And this will be a bit of a relief for Shaun Storry. He was looking at 2-0 down there.
Oh, Jesus.
He's lost the white ball a little bit there.
He's been lucky to not tie up the red, really. Is it that? No. Yeah, wasn't his finest shot. Now he's fine, obviously, but that could have gone wrong hitting the other red first.
This looks like 1-1.
Yeah. Well.
Half the allotted time nearly gone, though.
Yeah, obviously both players having quite a few opportunities in the first couple of frames, Carl. This probably does both of them a favour to a degree if they were to get out of this first game, because with both players kind of seemingly struggling just to get used to the cloth and things like that, it does give them that opportunity to set in, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's they're both having a couple of chances so they can get used to the cloth and just feel your arm a little bit almost. But I think Shaun will be pretty relieved to come out at 1-1, to be honest, because after the mistake he made in the first frame, I thought when Hiten broke, I thought his next shot might be a break at 2-0 down. So I think Shaun will be the happier of the two at the moment.
I mean, as Tony kind of pointed out, nearly the first 10 minutes of the game gone. 1-1. If it keeps staying level, potential 6 red in the first match. What do you reckon?
6 red in the first match would be funny, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure they'd find it hilarious.
Yeah, I'm sure Hiten and Shaun will absolutely love that.
There's 2 players that wouldn't be liking it, but there's 32 others in the room who'd think it's absolutely brilliant. So, God, they'll do a 6 red and then play straight away after. That's not it's not nice. But that will happen at some point this weekend, I'm sure. So, he's been cursed. Oh, and he's left. I'm not going to tell you what. Not going to tell you what to do, Hiten, but don't go yellows. These reds are
hanging,
unbelievable.
Yeah, I was going to say it's one thing to obviously split the balls and obviously foul, but it's another thing to leave them hanging over pockets.
Why do you put the white behind the line?
I don't know. You can have it anyone. Yeah, the cue ball came off, but
I think he forgot he could have it anywhere because surely you play the red down the bottom first.
Start at the bottom, work your way up.
By the way, I made a joke about not going yellows, but if the yellow goes past the red, the yellows were also unmissable as well. To be fair,
I wouldn't like that yellow on the right hand side of the table. That
could have played it first, ball and land.
Yeah, but don't like it.
You know,
don't want it. Carl.
They were both very easy.
Reds were easier.
Yeah, well, actually, I know why he's left the. Looking now, I know why he's left the these 2 down the bottom. The red over the middle, over the right middle, is going to be his last ball for the black. So yeah, I don't mind him leaving these 2 till last. Yeah, that actually makes sense.
You can just run this in and place and just kick the cue ball into the yellow and kick the yellow out of the way now and just stay on the red in the middle.
Yeah, makes sense why it was his last ball actually. Whoa!
Hello. See, he's gone too far.
Yeah.
That's a bad
If he
one.
has, I don't. No, he must be okay.
No, he's not. He's looking at the double.
I'd have thrown my cue out of the arena by now.
He's got to play, or he's got to play. No, he's definitely not on it. He's got to play a full ball swap.
That's unbelievable.
He had such a big margin of error there.
Masses, yeah.
He's got to hope it throws a little bit because this could straighten it and it hard with bottom right hand side. So he's got to hope it slides a little bit. It's straightened because he hit it with bottom right hand side.
Yeah, neither player quite settled yet.
Hitting Patel could have potentially been 3-0 up.
Yeah,
he's
definitely.
had chances that this match could have been nearly over.
The reason I wouldn't have left this red down here is for the exact reason we just saw. He's snooking himself. Don't get me wrong, it's a bad shot to do it, and that yellow did go. So there was an argument for yellows. Yeah, it's a really. Look how big the margin for error is.
Yeah, you've got to get on that red there. I mean, it's not like it's the first shot on the table.
No,
It's
no.
frame 3.
Yeah, it was a bad one from Hiten, and he'll know that himself.
Oh yeah. We're not trying to make it worse. It's just it's an unusual miss from somebody of such a high standard player.
Yeah, definitely. Shaun just got to dig the white a little bit here to leave the angle. Be interested to see here whether he tries to just land on this yellow or just bumps it out.
Bumping out.
Yeah, I think so.
You can't fail to be on the one in the other middle.
In the other middle now. The only thing is, if you double kiss the yellow and leave it in the same place, you feel a little bit awkward. I played it perfect. There we go.
Yeah, and this feels quite big for Shaun actually, just because the first 2 frames, obviously he won the second frame, but it wasn't a clean kill. Obviously to get this first opportunity and take it out first time, with that, maybe just changes his mentality a little bit. Obviously, especially if you can get out of these games not playing well, it just gives you that opportunity to find a bit of form.
He's been at the table the last 2 frames first, with the first opportunity. The latter being when you expect to knock in all day long.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's got to be really fuming inside.
This is a bad shot. That's a really bad shot from Shaun. I can't believe he hasn't just left it to the corner. Just played it plain ball off 2 and leave it long to the corner. You're never going to miss it.
Yeah, an odd decision.
A couple of weird ones from both players here.
Do you think it's because they're still mentally playing on the old cloths and expecting the slide and expecting the ball to come?
No, that wasn't a slide issue. That was he's underhit it by 2 foot issue in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think he hit that short no matter what cloth you're on.
He has played a decent recovery though.
Great recovery shot.
And this for 2-1.
Well, Shaun, Storry 2-1 up. It's Hiten Patel. And you feel that Patel's got to be really hurting inside now, because if I'm hitting, I'm thinking I should be 3-0 up here.
Yeah, you don't like to be too critical or too harsh on players. But in his in his head, he'll be thinking, I should be 3-0 up. I wouldn't be happy being sat in this seat that close to the trophy. I'd be asking that to be moved along slightly. I don't want that in my eye line. I feel like I'm playing.
Well, to be fair, you shouldn't be looking behind you when you should be looking at the table in front of you.
Have you seen me play?
Yes.
I do everything but look at the table.
and in all fairness, Cole, there is still about 32 games to play before we even reach that point.
Yeah, it's in my head though. If I see that over my shoulder, I'm thinking, wow. Flashing light syndrome, isn't it?
Did you get that a little
sparkly trophy syndrome?
Did you have that at all at the British Open? Like, did you ever go over and look at the trophy before you won it or anything like that?
No. Do you know what's mad about the British Open? I never normally see the trophies before the final or whatever. And they had them on, when we got there, they were up on the top table, being shown. I went, oh, and I said, oh, I tell you what, that's a nice trophy. Whoever takes that home will be happy. Little did I know, 3 days later it would be me. It was, crazy.
Yeah, I've never seen a luckier win ever.
Nor me.
I'm just
No, but I agree, don't worry. I don't think I've won a match since.
You played superb. You did all weekend, and I was on the commentary for that, and I do remember it well.
Yeah, I did. Oh, yeah, I did play good.
You couldn't take that away from you, buddy.
I don't know when that's next going to happen. Hopefully sometime soon.
Yeah, all right. You can hit them all right.
Yeah. Yeah, well, actually, to be honest, I feel like the last Pro Series I actually played well, but...
Might be this weekend.
Yeah, that would be... Well, no, I don't want to have to play well this weekend. I want to play 2 matches or something, and I don't think anybody will ever do what Josh Kane did last year.
Play 1 match.
I don't think that'll ever happen again, because I feel like if I'm in the last 3 and I see somebody sat there who's not played a match, I'm calling them out, because they've not hit a ball all weekend. I can't believe... When there was 6, 7 people left, I cannot believe people aren't just going, Josh Kane, he hasn't hit a ball.
No.
He doesn't know what the table's playing like. For me, last year, when I was watching it on the Sunday, I was just like, I can't believe nobody's calling him out. He's a lot.
But then he's come out and played his 1 match and then...
And won, but... Yeah, true. But I just think, me personally, I think if I see somebody sat there who's not played a match, I'm getting them out and going, come on, we'll have a little dance.
But Josh was another one of those players. I think similar to how I noted with Shaun earlier. He's one of those mid-ranked players.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
You kind of don't want to call him out, but you do at the same time.
Of course,
Yeah.
we're down to 15 seconds of shot now as well.
Yeah,
aren't we?
I was
Last
about
5
to comment on that. I think that caught him out there. He's also leading himself down digging himself a big old hole here, isn't he?
I mean, has he got a shot? I mean, he's looking...
He's playing cushion plant, is he? This is high tariff, isn't it?
That's an unbelievable
what
shot
a
from Hiten Patel.
This is some hole he's digging here, though.
He's still got more work. Yeah.
If he gets up from here, it'll be some finish. Fair play to him. Is there a case of trying to get on the lost turn here?
He was trying to land on the skill shot. I have a feeling he was trying to land on the skill shot.
He's on it.
I was about to say, what about trying to land on the lost turn? You could try to play the lost turn from here. But you're guaranteed to leave something, I
Cut it
suppose.
down. Is he going off the yellow, or is he just cutting it straight in? He's going off the yellow.
Oh, wow.
Well, this is getting... Oh, yeah, good luck. I was about to say this is getting silly, but if you pot a ball from here... Well, now he has to play the lost turn and screw up the table, surely.
He's exactly what he's doing, Cole.
Skilly?
Oh, wow.
Oh, and he was on it.
Oh, my word.
Oh, red go in.
I mean, that would have been one of the greatest finishes I've ever seen. If Patel had got out from there.
Oh, that would have been incredible. Imagine if he,
What an effort.
To be fair, you've got to be fairly happy with the result anyway for
It's
Patel.
quite an easy loss to turn back there, isn't it? Screw off the yellow onto the red.
It's not easy.
No, you'd expect him to make it, I think.
But it
Well,
is.
you're a bit under the cosh. I mean, you've got 2.5 minutes, roughly.
He's not
2-1
playing it.
up.
I'm surprised he's not playing it.
No, you'd have a go, but I think he's...
Can he hit and play the double onto
That's
the
a
red?
clever
It's
shot.
a good shot. He's tied the black up. It's a good shot.
You've got to play the double.
Yeah.
Double plant all day long.
I'd play the
slowly.
double. I'd play the double in the middle and screw to the right hand pocket.
No, I'll play
Top right hand
red down the
pocket.
bottom.
Yeah.
Not played either.
He's just sat the white on.
Again, decent shot.
I'm just looking at it. With the black, would you maybe be able to play off the yellow into the bottom right?
I'd genuinely now. I just try and knock this yellow towards the pocket and leave him on the red, like that.
Clever shot.
Yeah, play it as a shot to nothing. Oh, but now if he's not on the lot of turn, he's in trouble.
If he lay a snooker, if he plays that plant, puts the cue stuck to the yellow and the black.
Yeah.
And that clock's moving, by the way.
Yeah, we're not far off run out of time, are we? Oh, he's left it.
Yeah.
And he's opened the black, I think.
I think the black's the problem, I think.
Can Hiten Patel get through? It looks like he can.
Oh, there's only a minute and a half left now. Wow,
That's what I
you
said,
are
yeah.
right. Yeah, I thought it was about 2.5 still.
Played that
Oh,
well.
what a shot.
Such
Great
control.
Tell you what, if you can find a way for this black to go in, you were saying about a 6 red. I think he's got screw back for the double in the middle. Screw it in a straight line, try and land on the double in the middle. Oh, what's he played here?
Has he tried to go round it?
Oh my God, what a shot.
From Hiten
Hiten,
Patel.
if this goes, that's incredible. Why do he's not got the break. Why is he running round to pot the black? Has he got
Great out, but you've got to remember that Shaun Storry is one of the few cut breakers and is more likely to get this 8 ball moving as well.
Yeah, true, yeah. I'd rather leave him 40 seconds to break and clear up though than 58 and take the risk of the golden break.
This
Personally.
was that plant.
Yeah,
This is
brilliant
incredible
shot.
shot, yeah.
What shot?
I mean, Hitten's played about 3 or 4 world-class shots in this to get
Yeah,
out.
unbelievable. The shot to get on, this was brilliant as well. The shot to get on the black though was the highlight of the lot. The shot to get on the black is incredible. He nearly got the skilly up the rail from there, I forgot. This shot here is
Yeah, look at
incredible.
this.
I didn't think the black went, that's why I said to leave the double, but it obviously did.
I mean,
Oh,
literally
what a shot.
passed it like paper.
Our social media man will be getting that up later, I would have thought. He's just walked in the room.
58 seconds left, Shaun Storry to break. Looks like he's going a little bit more towards the top.
Oh yeah, he's front ball.
Yeah.
58 seconds, he's chose the front, he came off the table last break, didn't he? That'll be why.
Can Shaun Storry get out in 58 seconds? It's a good break.
And this is why I said try and take more time off the clock. Oh, although...
It's not there for him.
Reds.
Six.
Can you
I'm
get that
just
red
letting
goes
you know
past
we're
the
having
yellow?
first match. We're having a 6 red shootout. Just so you all know. Great fun.
Yeah, Shaun's not got a shot here. And he's just got to be... Yeah, there you go. He's using the extra time. I think he's giving into it.
It's a big gamble you took there, Cole, wasn't it? Trying to predict that.
Well, he could have gone for the finish, couldn't he?
He's gone for a plant. He's missed the plant.
If I'm hitting, I'm not even bothering. I'm just... Oh, well, actually, if he'd ran round, he could have gone quick here.
Yeah, it's done. I think this is 6 red shootout time. I think Shaun's giving away to it. Hitten's giving into it as well.
Tell you what, we're in for a long weekend if we get six reds every match.
I'll tell you what, I mean, what a start to the event, it's got to be said. Hiten, Patel and Shaun Storry
Shaun having a bit of a laugh.
Have ended at 2 each, and they are going to be doing a 6 red shootout to see who is the first eliminated.
So, ball has to hit a cushion every shot, isn't it? And then...
Yeah, obviously, so long as the red that you're hitting isn't moving and the white's not moving, you can play any ball.
Yeah.
Shaun Storry to set the time.
Good break. He's got to wait. Oh, Shaun, you've waited for that ball to stop with...
About 7 seconds for the first shot.
I'm happy with Patel seeing that start.
And he's not landed on anything.
That's
oh,
a
he's got the
great plant.
The white's just running everywhere here. He's happy to get under 30, I think.
I was going to say sub 30 probably looks good from here, but Shaun's got a sprint. I'll tell you
yeah,
what.
he's done well.
Yeah.
Turned up.
Oh, here we go. He's on the cushion.
Oh,
no.
That's the end of that.
No.
Hiten Patel's going to have a great opportunity now. He hasn't got to do too much. Is Shaun going to make him at least work?
Yeah. It's going to be in and around 39, 40 seconds. So here's the time set. 39.72 to beat for Hiten Patel.
Oh,
He sat on it. So he's got to play a shot to get out in the open.
He's okay, that's perfect now.
But similar to Shaun, it's taken him about 10 seconds to get the first ball in.
Yeah, but
this is a better split.
Yeah, you can just play soft stun now. Take your time. Don't let the white run.
I think Shaun Storry knows his fate.
And that'll be the end of that one.
Yeah, he's going to set in around 30 seconds, but that'll be enough for Hiten Patel. As he gets through the 6 red shootout and wins his first game.
Don't go anywhere, Hiten. I thought you were picking his towel up to walk out then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd stay where you are, mate.
Well, welcome back into the arena, Hiten. Congratulations. First man out and first man to get a victory, and you had to do it the hard way. How do you feel about that first match?
Yeah, it was tough going, yeah. It was a close game in the end. Managed to make it 2-2 in the end. And yeah, the 6 red shootout, yeah.
Nice to have a time like that to beat. You were able to do it quite comfortably. Now you've got 32 players that are waiting around trying to find out what you're going to do, and you hold the advantage right now because you've had the table time.
True, yeah, but I found the table very quick as well, so it was pretty responsive. So I think I might be going to... Is it my choice?
Yeah, you get to choose now. Do you want to go to the random draw or do you want to pick out your next opponent?
I think I'll go to the random draw, mate. Yeah.
Okay, random draw it is. Then let's fire up the random draw. Dylan Leary. Hiten, you're shaking your head. What do you feel about that with that draw? You're not happy?
Well, every draw is hard anyway, so it don't matter who you play in this field. That's why I've gone to random draw, yeah.
Well, your random draw, you've got yourself Dylan Leary. Dylan, come on into the arena. Let's get a few words with you before you get ready to play. Dylan, great to have you out here. I guess a little bit earlier than you wanted to be out in the arena.
Yeah, when he said he was going to pick, I thought, yeah, that's good, because I'm pretty sure I'm on good terms with him, so he wouldn't have picked me out. But
it's part of the key in this game is making sure you're on good terms with as many players as possible so you don't get picked, but the random draw is done for you.
Yeah, amount of drinks I brought this morning, just, you know. But there you go. Let's get it on, I suppose.
Obviously, we're going straight in. Dylan Leary to break. Immediately makes a ball. Maybe a little bit of a tricky split, Tony, just in that bottom left-hand corner.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing easy here. He's going to have to work hard. Is lethal Leary.
In terms of colour preference, Tony, would you maybe be looking at the yellows slightly more, just those ones in the corner just a
Well,
little bit more
the
promoted.
first ball's an easier pot, so that would sort of, let's just say, magnetise me towards yellows. And also because that, like you said, there's a yellow below the red at the bottom left-hand side of the table again. That makes them more available. Nice picture of Shaun Chipperfield there in the background.
Yeah, obviously
Won
Shaun.
the last tour.
Yeah, and obviously Shaun now, one of our kind of
Hitmen.
hitmen going in for this year. Never been a hitman before.
No.
Went quite deep in the tournament last year though, didn't he? I think he came about 4th or 5th in the end. Eventually kind of falling over to where Carl Sutton and Neil Raybone went on and just went that little bit further. But Shaun is the kind of player that could just turn up and win this, even as a hitman, couldn't he? Just got the right game for it.
Not the kind of nudge that Dylan was looking for off that ball. I think he would have come a bit further. He wanted an angle also to try and get down into these two yellows and a red at the bottom. I think the yellow that's loose will pass, but it's that bottom one that's going to be a big problem. He can't leave it to second to last. I think he goes in hard here. Well, he's had a roll of the dice and it's not come well for him. Yeah, he couldn't leave it there, Luke. If he leaves it, there's no way in the world he can get onto that last yellow at the bottom of the table. So, like I say, he shuffled the deck there, and it's just it's not come out well for Dylan.
I wonder if Dylan just has the opportunity maybe just to hide the white behind the yellow that's just off the side cushion.
Or I'd be playing a double back across into the bottom right corner. I'd go game. Cue ball kicks into the other yellow, goes up towards the top of the table. I know you're putting all your eggs in one basket, but I think it's worth the risk.
I think he just had a look at your shot there, Tony.
He's played a combination of both our shots. Hiding behind the ball, but then playing across it.
Yeah, he's done it in quite a clever way because he's isolated that red on the left-hand side again.
Yeah, it's covered it.
And once again, Tony, similar to the first game, it looks like it's going to be quite a tactical start.
Nice cue ball there. I don't think he meant it. He went full-blooded for the double there, did Patel. We'll have another look. Played well in his first match when he did definitely play the twice across into a middle, but I don't think that one was the same case. But he's got quite fortunate where he's left Dylan snookered.
I feel like luck plays a big part in this tournament, Tony, just because of how short the format is, that when you get those bits of luck, they just seem a bit more amplified.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Just about okay from Dylan Leary, nearly fouled, but just scraped the yellow on the way through. Providing that the red and the yellow, sorry, the black and the yellow have a gap for that red into the top left, this is a good opportunity for Hiten. Oh, but he's missed the red.
Well, that was a surprise, but he's not left it in an awful lot.
I mean, this was...
I think what Dylan's looking at there when I was just sort of going down the table is if you play the plant, but also the second yellow goes off that yellow and goes into the bottom rail off the red in the other corner. Pot them both in one shot here. Is he going full-blooded straight for the cut into the bottom right?
That's a great shot from Dylan. He's not.
I think he's
really
right at pot them both. Look where he's put the cue ball. I'm telling you, he thought he could get them both.
As Dylan got an angle just to play the top one and come down, he's going for it.
No, he's got no other choice, but this will be a great shot if he can get down the table and make this pot. Oh, that's fabulous. Absolutely brilliant shot there.
I mean, that
Dylan Leary under pressure as well.
that's ridiculous queuing, Tony.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous queuing.
I think any man in the room of all those professionals would have been proud of that shot.
Perfect. Yeah, that was a brilliant shot from Leary, and it's going to win him the first frame. Tell you what, the boys are putting on a show so far, Tony.
That was fabulous there from Dylan. Just when you thought he was really in trouble. What a shot this was. We're going to have another. I'll tell you what, I couldn't get tired of watching that.
It looked off angle, didn't it?
But it's the way the cue ball he pulled it with side past that red, because it seems to just. You know what Cole was saying earlier about the new cloth and the grip? That's the shot you can play on it. That's apparent by the way the cue ball slowly reacted and then sped up. And that's the cue ball gripping with the spin and the side that he's put on that cue ball. Great shot. That was a break off frame 2. That looks like an unfriendly break, and it is. It's dry. Dylan Leary will come to the table with choice of colour. He's already a frame to the good. We had a bit of time eaten off the clock as well. So we're coming towards 13.5 minutes left of this match. It's only the one frame to Dylan Leary. Red's for me, look the colour. Again, purely because of the yellow that's tucked behind the red on the right cushion. Getting on the awkward one early. I'd have definitely not gone random draw. I'd have gone for somebody that I know has not played on this a bit. Not too much on this cloth. Or in the arena, somebody who's not, you know, obviously I would have chosen the Hitman.
Yeah, you just... This early on in the tournament, Tony, you just didn't quite see the benefit to going for random draw.
There was no benefit. So if you want to go, let's say, you know, what people are probably all thinking about it. So you tend to think, right, who's the lowest ranked professional? Or there's not all professionals in here either. There's a couple of, you know, we've got Scott Rutter.
Scott Rutter, Karen Bradford.
So why would you go random draw when you can get Chris Melling, who's in the random draw part? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, yes, please. No, I don't want him. You pick your opponent. Is it because you think, I don't want to offend anybody? Well, that's the name of the game. You know, I don't care. I'm here to try and win a tournament. And what's the easiest match I can choose? That's one of, you know, that's the player you think you can beat. Don't get it. That's me.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I mean, if you're a Karen Bradford or a Scott Rutter fan at the moment, you're probably thanking your lucky stars that it was Patel that came out first, because you've avoided the first draw. You know, the next game after this will be a random draw as well, so you guarantee that you're going to be 4 or 5 games into the tournament before being drawn out.
Maybe different with Cohen, you know, because obviously a very young player, but he's been out there in that arena. I remember watching him last year up at Stoke. I think he played Ian Alley, and it was in the I think it was the European Masters or one of those tournaments anyway.
Unexpected
and he was brilliant out there. So yeah, a miss you wouldn't expect there from Dylan, just when you thought he was going to wrap up the second frame.
Good opportunity for Hit to counter. And similar to the first match, we're already at that 10-minute mark.
Yeah, once we get into the last 5 minutes, of course, we do go down to 15 seconds a shot. Don't forget, we have golden breaks, golden ducks as well.
Yeah, we haven't obviously seen that golden break yet. Obviously, most of the time, per se on trend, it's the cut breakers that tend to hit a few more golden breaks, but obviously expect the unexpected with last man standing. I think that's probably the best rule to give out to anyone.
John Chambers, we just saw there in the background, waiting patiently.
I have a feeling, Tony, that John Chambers will go quite deep in this tournament before he's picked out.
Yeah, I wouldn't be picking him either.
I mean, it's got to be argued that he's the form player that's come into the Pro Series this year.
He's certainly up there.
2 finals already.
Take away the hitmen, and then what have you got? You've got Chris Mellon in there, you've got John Chambers. I mean, you've got an array of super players there. You've got Aaron Davies.
Carl Sutton, players like that.
Carl Sutton.
Phil
yeah.
Harrison's, I think, going to be a player that's...
We could sit here for quite some time, but yeah, these aren't players you think, oh yeah, I'll drag them out into the room to play. But there's 1 or 2 in there that you might do who have not had such a great start to this season. You think, right, we'll put them on the block straight away. And his Hiten Patel levels things up, and there we have a little look.
There you go.
See
so
who's here, look.
So there's our 5 seeds. Obviously, Tom Cousins, Declan Brennan, John McAllister, Craig Waddingham and Shaun Chipperfield. Obviously, an array of other names that I'm sure you recognise from the pro ranks from down the years. And a couple maybe you don't recognise. Obviously, as I say, Cohen Bradford, obviously the young man that performed so well last year across a series of events, has ended up making his way in, as well as Scott Rutter. Obviously, Scott, one of the sponsors for this year's event, but also a very, very talented player himself, being part of Tier 1 and Tier 2 in the Challenger last year.
I'd have picked him out. I think because he plays on the Challenger Tour.
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense to me. Whether you're putting your head up, you know, onto the block to be beaten by somebody that's not a professional. I mean, look at the other players. Luke Gilbert there, you don't pick him. Dom Cooney, do you want to pick him? No. These are all players of like incredible pedigree.
Do you think any of the pros are at risk of getting picked early, Tony? Any in there that maybe haven't had a great start that might be at risk?
I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get me to
form
an opinion on players.
Never.
I don't know. I know who I wouldn't pick. There'd be 4 or 5 in there that would be the names that would jump out to think, right, well, they've not gone deep yet this season and maybe a bit vulnerable.
Yes, you've maybe got a list of about 7 or 8 that you're like, if it came to it and I had
It's
to
probably
pick,
less.
Yeah.
It's probably less because, I mean,
Standard's
there's tremendous
been so
talent.
well.
But then when you get a bit, you think, right, one of the top players hasn't played their call. Do you pick them out? Do you go for a bounty? I don't think you do. Depends how you feel, I suppose, if you're feeling ultra confident.
Yeah, I mean, we seen it with Craig Waddingham, didn't we, a couple of years ago when he called out Gareth Potts, seemingly out of nowhere, really.
Yeah, but you're taken by surprise if somebody turned around and said Tom Cousins.
Well, Neil Roybone's done it, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, Neil seemingly had Tom's number for about 2 years.
This is what I was saying to you earlier, Luke. There's players out there that you know, a bogey player or somebody that you generally beat, even if they might be, you feel they're a better player than you, but you just have, that jinx on them. Well, he's played an array of cannons and plants today, as Hiten Patel, and that was nearly another one.
It's in exhibition mode today, it feels. Yeah. But I tell you what, Tony, it makes for good entertainment, doesn't it? It's been great to watch, obviously, the first 2 games so far. Dylan now with an opportunity to put that black, obviously, up in that top corner. He can release this yellow first, which does him a favour. But a long way to go in this frame. He tried to move it.
I think he passes. He does pass.
Yeah, has he just got the pocket?
That was a very purposeful walk by Dylan Leary.
Extension call.
And quite rightly calls this extension when he's not 100% sure what he wants to do.
Nicely floated in.
So you can drop this one in the corner now, get on the yellow into the middle, roll that one through into the left-hand centre, yellow up into the top corner, gets on the one down the rail, rolls that in. The last red goes between the two reds, sorry, last yellow between the two reds, bottom right-hand corner, black over the bag. Planks are coming. Easy, isn't it?
That's why you're the expert, Tony.
Well, I don't know about an expert, but that's the route I would suggest he takes. And he doesn't want to be the wrong side of this. He wants to be able to get the cue ball nearly over to the side cushion.
I think he has gone a roll too far here.
Because obviously all he wants to do is just dribble that down the rail, and he's guaranteed to be on the other yellow. Black sat over the bag. Can he pinch a bit here? He's had to change route. Well,
playing a double.
One roll too far. Is he catching him out a bit? Because we saw Hiten in his first match against Shaun Storry when he rolled through too far when he should have gone. I think it could have been 3-0 up when he made a couple of errors, and they were purely positional ones.
I think it's just the players just adapting to the new cloth, because I think the 3 players that have come out so far haven't had a lot of experience on it.
It's a great double there by Dylan. Oh, what a great shot. Beautiful. Great recovery. This wasn't his intended route. We can safely say that. I'll tell you here, he's going to have to put this with a bit of pace, or pot this with a bit of pace, should I say.
I think he's okay. I think he can just drop it in and it'll nudge past the red. Yeah.
Oh, just enough. I thought for a fleeting second there that he was going to have to punch it in a little bit.
Now, does this go? I think it does. This black ball for 2-1 to Dylan Leary. There you go.
The cue ball safe.
There we are, 4.5 minutes left to go.
Down to 15 seconds a shot, of course.
Yeah, once again, obviously, 2 players that maybe you wouldn't associate with the 15-second shot clock so much. So, be interesting just to see how the next frame unfolds. Obviously, if it goes 2-2 again, then we're back in 6-red shootout territory, which I'm sure you're delighted about, Tony.
I don't mind. All excitement. We feel like we're due a few of them, because on the tour we haven't seen so many of late. And I'll tell you what we did see at the tour in Bolton, and we kept remarking on it, myself, Simon and Stephen Jameson, was how many black balls were off the break at Bolton when we don't have the golden break in play. And now we're not, I never run in our second match, but they were happening ridiculously often in Bolton. Couldn't believe it. And what Hiten Patel would give for one of those right now.
Let's see how big this break's going to be.
Black's moving.
He got some power behind it. Oh, and that last nudge hasn't done him a favour.
No, they're nasty. As Patel ponders the table.
Yeah, that red looked like it was just going to sit over the right middle. It just got nudged by the white at the last second, which is kind of scampered his plans. But he is still going to go reds.
Yeah, I don't mind reds. I'd have been tempted to play the cross double with the one that's stuck next to that yellow immediately, just instead of that ball there.
I wonder if he was maybe looking at tackling it.
Well, if you get the right angle on it, you could kick that sort of scrape into the yellow that he's next to, but also kick that other red off the rail as well.
Yeah, looks like he's going to go for it now. He has missed a couple of doubles today as Hiten, but nails that one.
Well, it's just another double. No need to try and move it now. He knows the black goes.
Or is he going to try and cut it out? It looks like he's pumping up a little bit here. He has. Felt a bit
If he can get through to the red at the bottom, he's okay. So I think that yellow's not completely blocked the black. I think that still goes.
Yeah, big double for Hiten Patel now.
Got to make sure you get the cue ball out enough. Make the pot and also get the cue ball out enough so that you can see enough to pot that black. Because it is sandwiched between those two yellows now. Oh, that's a great shot. Well, he was 2-1 down against Storry. and came back, got himself to 2-all and then went for 6 red.
Would you be a little bit worried about an in-off here, Tony? Thin cut on the yellow, obviously on the black, sorry, the yellow above. Oh, he's played it well.
Well, what a great finish. Superb then from Patel. Levels this match 2-all, and he can afford a smile. Yeah. This black was at the end of a fabulous dish. 2 reds doubled into middles. And is Hiten Patel on the verge of winning his 2nd match here at the Last Man Standing. Of course, we are in the lovely spots and stripes in Red Hill in Surrey. If you are in the area, why not pop in? Free to come in.
Tell you what, it's a great venue, isn't it,
It
Tony?
is lovely, really nice. We were here for the Players' Championship as well about a month and a half ago. And it really is a super venue. So, Dylan Leary, match tied at 2-2. 2 minutes 24 on the clock. It's 15 seconds of shot now. He's got the black moving. He's made balls, so Leary. No easy starter though, I'm afraid, for Dylan.
Extension call.
Such a big shot now with this red into the centre. This is huge. This will open up with a chance to win the match. It's in. They're all there. He hasn't got to...
Oh, well.
How close was that? To drop in his cue onto the cue ball there.
Easy, Dylan.
Yeah. He gets a bit too excited, is he? He can see the finish line.
It is the kind of event where you're going to have quite a lot of adrenaline though, Tony, isn't it? Maybe just a sign of it there, just boiling a little bit.
I think those 2 reds at the middle of the table, I think they both go into the left-hand centre. I think they go past those yellows. They must have, because he's just left himself the perfect angle to get on.
Yeah, I think they do.
This looks perfect. Wants a slight angle on the higher one of the 2, just to get past a little bit, just past the next red, to leave him the angle, just to get the cue ball up onto the top rail. Didn't have it. Just had to run through. Ooh. I don't think does he have an angle there? So you're going to have to just screw back and play a long cut.
I was wondering when Dylan was a little bit off then. Maybe if he took the bottom one and then played the right into the top left, but decided not to.
He was close there with the clock.
Oh wow.
Is it getting past the black? Is it getting past the black? It is. What a shot from Leary. That is incredible. Just this red and the black to win this match. There's no time. It's 25 seconds left. The red's in. Oh, he didn't want that nudge on the black.
Does it go?
Well, this is...
Wow.
Oh.
Is he going to...
Well,
he might have to try and cut this to the bottom left.
He hasn't got the time to look. He's 8 seconds.
8 seconds for the win.
He's gone off the yellow. Oh, he stayed out. Oh, my God.
No.
It stayed out. We are going to go to our second 6-red shootout in 2 matches.
I mean, that's crazy, isn't it? I mean,
both involving the hitman.
I mean, what a shot Dylan played to land on that red, and then just the nudge on the black. I mean, what
a shot this was, by the way.
That is ridiculous cueing.
Yeah, he just got that flick on the 8 ball there at the finish.
Oh, I wonder who won this leg.
I think Hitten's won the leg now.
He's used to these. Hiten Patel going for his second 6-red shootout in a row. And he's going to be the one to set the time. It's not a bad split, but he's got to wait for them to stop.
So this is very similar to Shaun's story in that first 6-red, where you had to wait 5-6 seconds, but this is good.
He can fly here. He's a little bit short there, so he's had to really hold the cue ball. Oh, this could be about 30 seconds. That misses.
That will be a pleasant sight for Dylan Leary watching this clock.
Can he get out before 30 seconds? If he can...
That's not good. Gone for a double. Oh, he's got it.
Wow. I mean, I wouldn't have gone for a double in a 6-red. We've seen worse times than that, Tony. This one actually could be lost to.
I've just been informed by Cole Bedford that Dylan Leary's best time at a 6 red is 32 seconds. Never won a 6 red shootout.
But this is a good opportunity for Dylan because 31 is a beatable time.
And 32 is his best time, apparently. So here we go.
31.28 to beat.
Well, no wonder he stopped. They're there.
They're there, but he's got to speed up here. That was a really kind of slow start. Yeah, he should do this.
This is the chance to beat it. The first ever 6 red shootout win for Dylan Leary. Went the long way around the table.
Yeah, he should get this.
He's going to do it, Dylan Leary. And he's won his first 6 red shootout. Look at him punch the air. So he's beaten his best of 32 seconds. He puts out the hitman, hitting Patel. And it's Dylan Leary now in the box seat.
Yeah, brilliant match, brilliant result. Obviously, now big decision time. Have you made up your mind what you're going to do? Are you going to the draw? Or are you going to pick one of the players we've got here? Dylan, come and have a look, and let's come this way. And what do you think?
I don't know. Any cheeky chappers.
What do you want to do? Are you going to go to the pick?
I'll go random.
Really? I'm not here to sway you. I'm just very surprised by your decision.
It's just, yeah, I don't have to. Yeah, if I pick somebody, it's just. Then I've got a target on my back, can I?
You're too nice for your own good. We're going to the random draw.
Yeah.
A random draw it is. Let's fire up the machine and find out who you will play. Carl Sutton. Dylan, let me ask you, obviously you had the choice. You could have picked anybody. How do you feel about getting Carl Sutton?
No, it's fine. It's fine. They're all, they're all great players, and yeah, it's the next 20 minutes that count. So I've got to play it. So sorry, Carl.